quiet town in North Carolina, Chad Yeager walks down the stairs of his childhood home and into the kitchen. He can smell the coffee already being made as he spots his parents looking even happier than normal. Chad pours himself a cup of coffee and pats his large father on the shoulder.
Good morning, Dad. Morning, Mama. You two are looking abnormally chipper today.
Well, I think it's time that me and your mother told you the truth. As you know, you and your sister are both adopted.
Adopted? Daddy, say it ain't so. My whole life has been a lie. I mean, you've only told me once a month since I was 5.
Well, I've always used it as a way to soften other big news for you and Molly. And, well, your sweet mother and I have some important news for you.
Just then, a pretty blonde teenage girl bursts through the kitchen door. She is Molly Yeager, the younger sister of Chad Yeager, and adopted daughter of Hal and Barbara Yeager. She makes her presence known as she takes the cup of coffee from her brother's hand.
Hey, what? Wait, that's my...
Thank you. Morning, Mother. Morning, Father. Morning, Chatty.
Chad fakes a grim, alarmed look and takes his sister's free hand in both of his large, calloused hands.
Molly, I've just been informed that we're both adopted.
Good heavens! You mean to tell me, dear brother, that these two people who look nothing like us have hoodwinked us for most of our lives? Okay, Daddy, what's the real big news? Oh, you kids be nice to your parents. We really do have something exciting to discuss.
What's going on?
Well, you know we love you both so much, and we feel that we have so much more love we can offer to the world. And, well, we're going to be fostering and adopting again. We've been planning it and talking to the agencies, and we're finally going to meet little Albie and bring him here this afternoon. Oh, isn't that exciting? Mom, I think that's great. I'm excited for a new brother. Definitely getting sick of Captain America here.
Hey!
But how come you guys never talked to us about it before?
We started looking into it when your brother joined the military. We didn't want to get your hopes up if nothing panned through. Adoption takes ages anyway. It took us 4 years just to get Chad, but we were so excited when we got the call about this poor boy who needed our help and a home.
That's right. This boy lost his family in Chicago last year. He was visiting his grandmother when it happened, but she also passed away recently. Now he needs a home and a family just like you both did when you were babies.
Absolutely. We'll give a great home to little Alfalfa.
Albie, short for Albert.
Right. We'll make sure Albie feels like part of the family. Look forward to meeting him when I get home.
Where you going?
I got a job interview at the gym. Figure I should try to find something sooner or later if I want to save my settlement money.
Chad exits the kitchen and enters the garage. He mounts his motorcycle and takes off for the gym, all while processing the large-scale news that his big-hearted, absent-minded parents gave him. Dragan stands in front of his screen. Communicating on the screen is General Cyclopter, a robotic biker dressed in blue leather. His head is a solid blue with a blue glass eye in the center. On the screen, Cyclopter gives his report on the invasion of Edenoid.
And you can confirm we still have them on the ropes?
Indeed, sir. King Lexian, Prince Dex, and their army still struggle. We will eventually crush them, because we got them spread out all over the planet. They will stay weak as we take over. That shouldn't be too long now, especially with the Plague Patrol here.
Dragan is pleased to hear this news.
Good. Good. Continue the fight, Cycloptor. You have them and the other minions there. Their power is strong enough to defeat Prince Dex. Keep me updated on your progress.
Not a problem, sir.
The screen turns off as the call ends. Bosgun approaches Dragan. and notices that he looks pleased from the call.
Is everything going according to plan, my lord?
It is. How is the experiment going?
Well, my lord, I've reached out to the base at Ednoy and sent the instructions for their hand in the project.
That's good to hear. Everything is going to plan. But we still need to get rid of Prince Dex and this new infernal rider. Should be soon.
The early afternoon rolls around as Chad returns home. His sister meets him at the door that joins the garage and the kitchen. Her eyes are full of glee. She clearly has big news to share.
Okay, before you say anything, get this. So we have indeed been blessed by the presence of young Albie.
Okay. And?
Well, you see, our amazing, loving, and thoughtful parents thought they were taking in a toddler.
And?
Chad, honey, is that you? Oh, sweetie, come and meet your new brother. Buckle up, buddy. Mom and Dad have another surprise for us with this kid.
Can't be that bad, can it? Hey, Mama. Yes, it's me. I'm coming. I didn't get the job I was interviewing for. Hello there. I'm Chad.
As Chad enters the room, he's taken aback by the sight of his parents and a third individual. His mother grins from ear to ear as normal, and his father also looks happy and excited, but also has a tinge of embarrassment. In the love seat that flanks the sofa is a young boy. He looks up nervously as Chad enters the room.
Oh, hi, I'm Albert.
Well, Albert, I believe I heard you prefer to be called Albie. Do you mind if I call you Albie?
Oh, yes, please do. Thank you.
Absolutely. It's nice to meet you. I hope you'll feel welcome here in the family.
Chad extends his hand to the boy and shakes it firmly, noticing the look on the kid's face go from nervous, a little scared, to relieved, and a little hopeful.
Chad, my boy, can you help me with something in the garage for a moment? I need those muscles of yours to move a shell that I've welded for a prototype for my newest invention. A trash can that'll take itself to the curb and won't blow over.
Absolutely, Pop. Albie, welcome to the family. I'll chat with more here real soon. Let's go, Dad.
As the two enter the garage, the portly, middle-aged man turns to the oldest of his now 3 children.
Okay, champ, here's the thing. We thought we were getting a 4-year-old, and that boy's every bit of 14. The adoption agency? What's the term? Goldfished us.
It's catfish, Dad. And I'm pretty sure that's not what happened. I think you and Mama just weren't paying attention. I mean, didn't you guys think you were getting a boy when you adopted Molly?
You know, son, you're probably right. I just got so wrapped up in perfecting my automatic pumpkin carver that I probably spaced out on that small detail. But it doesn't matter. Your mother's still so happy about the whole thing.
Mama's always happy. But yeah, she's super excited now. Molly, too.
And you?
Absolutely, Dad. I'm glad we can help him and give him a family. What about you?
By golly, you bet I am. A new son? I'm now a proud father of 3. But I need you to do your silly old parents a little favor if you get around to it. I guess I can ask Molly, but
Breathe, Dad. Yes, I'll do anything you need. What's up?
Can you take Albie somewhere and keep him busy for a bit? We have to redo the room and get some more age-appropriate stuff. Maybe see if you can get him to relax a bit, too. That poor kid in there is acting more shy and nervous than a caterpillar in a chicken coop.
Chad grins at his father. He then exits the garage and re-enters the main house.
Hey, Albie. Do you like motorcycles?
I mean, yes, sir.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm your brother now. Please do not call me sir. Chad's just fine. And don't you dare let Molly get you started on calling her Miss or Ma'am. You got that?
Okay. Chad?
Okay, good. Let's go for a ride, get to know each other.
Chadwick Buck Yeager? You better be extra careful with him on that two-wheeled mayhem machine. Are you sure it's safe?
Chad blushes at being called his full name. He takes a step back to the closet behind him and pulls out a helmet smaller than his own and tosses it to his new brother.
Okay, well, now it's official. You've heard her call me by my full name and worry over nothing. Welcome to the family. Molly's helmet should do okay for right now. Let's ride.
Prince Dex sits at a table with his grandfather, King Lexian. Together with them is Denias, another male who is Dex's best friend on Edenoi. Denias is a young man with brown hair that covers bits of his face. All three know that their planet is struggling in this war, and the populace's will to fight is waning.
Grandson, do not carry this weight on your shoulders alone. You forget we are here to help you. Maybe the other rider you chose can help if needed.
And the people stand beside you. We won't let you fight alone.
Dex nods his head in agreement.
I know. I know you both have my back to help with this fight. It's a lot. Dragon's attacks on us, knowing he has his sights set on Earth too, and even knowing Master Vile and Zed are out there. But Earth is protected. Both the Rangers and the Rider need to stay there to help.
Just remember that you have help no matter what. Even the past Master Riders and their allies never took on the responsibility alone.
I will remember that, Grandfather. Denias, is there anything we need to make sure people have? Food and water? Shelter? Anything?
You have enough on your plate. I'm simply there to make sure that our people have what's needed. You forget that our people are resilient. We have a wonderful king and prince that give us courage and hope.
Thank you for your help with our people. It does mean a lot to both of us.
It does.
Before Dex is able to say more, they hear the door open. An Edenite soldier runs in.
My lords, we've received reports of Cyclopter and the Plague Patrol attacking the market in Kingstone.
Dex stands up and looks at the other two. Words aren't needed. All three know what Dex has to do. He turns to the soldier.
Thank you. Send word that I'll be there shortly.
Chad and Albie enter a motorcycle shop with an attached junkyard. Chad noticed it a couple days before and decided there was no time like the present to check it out with his new brother. The two enter to find a charming but surprising sight for a motorcycle shop. The furniture was all clearly secondhand. There was an old TV hooked up to a VCR playing anime and a video game console stacked on top. On the walls are painted tones of dark orange and beige with posters for video games, movies, and of course, motorcycles. One wall has a pegboard lined with helmets and fake taxidermy heads of fictional monsters.
Whoa! This is a motorcycle place. It looks almost like a comic book store.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting for sure. I kind of dig it.
Thanks. It's not much, but I love it.
Chad and Albie turn to see a young man enter the room, wiping his hands on a rag. He's wearing grease and oil-stained overalls, which are open just enough to reveal a t-shirt with the logo of a popular trading card game. He has long platinum white hair, shaped in a mullet with the sides shaved.
Oh, hey there. Yeah, it's a novel take for this sort of place.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yep. Say, Albie, you're part of this family now. Why don't you go pick out a helmet of your own?
Wow, Chad. You mean it?
Albie immediately hugs Chad with tears in his eyes. He had never known any level of kindness or acceptance, let alone so quickly. Chad returns the hug.
Absolutely, man. Pick out any one you like as long as it fits.
All the coolest helmets are on that wall over there.
The young man gives a wink and points to a section of the wall with designed helmets.
I'm Asta, by the way. Asta Stewart.
Chad steps forward and extends his hand as Albie wanders to the helmets.
Howdy, I'm Chad. That's my brother Albie.
Asta's eyes dart back and forth from the Caucasian Chad to the African-American Albie.
Don't mean to be rude or pry, but I'm guessing one of you is adopted.
Yes, sir. Everyone in my family's adopted. You should see my mom. Tiny little Asian lady.
Congrats to you. You're a big dude. You look like some kind of comic book superhero.
You know, you're not the first person to tell me that. My sister called me Captain America this morning.
So, Chad, what do you ride?
Well, sorta depends, I guess. I have an old Kawasaki Ninja 400. That was my first bike. And I have a Ducati Scrambler and a Harley Fat Bob 114. We rode on the Ducati today.
Very nice. Do you owe maintenance on them?
Most of it. Now and then I need an actual mechanic, but I know where I'm coming next time I do.
Well, yeah, of course. Anytime you or your brother want to stop by, even just to hang out, the door's open. And the yard out back is great for parts if you ever needed to.
Sweet. Thanks, Asta. I feel like my boyfriend might like this place too.
Chad, can I get this one?
Albie runs back to where Chad and Asta are talking and holds up a black helmet. The helmet's design is that of a red bird, looking as if it was made of flames scrawled over the top, back, and sides.
Nice. The Chris O'Donnell Batman Forever special.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Nice choice.
Why don't you guys come on over to the restaurant and get you rung up?
Right on. Thank you, Asta. I'll be back for sure. I'll bring that new Harley for you to see.
That would be great. Yeah, come on back anytime for sure.
Thank you, sir. Have a great rest of your day.
All right, Albie, let's boogie.
Back on Edenoi, Cyclopter and the Plague Patrol attack the village of Kingstone. The four of them tear apart the stands, set them ablaze, and attack the innocent people who attempt to flee. The Plague Patrol are a group of 3 warriors who wear a twisted take on samurai armor, which incorporates industrial parts to give them an even more terrifying visage.
Pathetic Edenites. I've never seen a species free like this before. It's so wonderful to hear their cries.
Just kill and destroy. Who could ask for anything better?
The Plague Patrol laughs as they destroy a stand together. Cyclopter looks around. He has a plan in motion. He needs the prince to arrive. Cyclopter smirks when he hears the roar of a motorcycle enter the village. Cyclopter steps away to watch from a distance. Dex parks his bike and takes off his helmet. He looks at the 3 attacking the market. They quickly come to a stop as they see the prince.
You think you can defeat us?
It's just one of him and 3 of us.
That doesn't matter. I'll defeat you quickly.
Dex quickly gets into position. He places his hands around where the buckle for his belt appears, and within an instant, it materializes around him.
Tension phase, engage!
In a flash, Dex's entire body and face is covered with his rider suit. Dex readies himself into a fighting stance as the 3 Plague Patrol members pull out their respective weapons. One has an axe, the second a spear, and the third a sword. Dex and the Plague Patrol charge at each other. The clash of weapons rings out in the market. To the casual observer, the fight seems to be in favor of the Plague Patrol, but little do they know, Dex has the upper hand.
Do you really expect to win?
Easily.
With a quick movement, Dex summons his rod-like sword and stops the Plague Patrol member with the axe from striking him down. As the rod holds up the axe, Dex kicks him straight in the chest and knocks him to the ground. Dex quickly turns and strikes down another member of the Plague Patrol, slashing his chest. With 2 of the 3 down, Prince Dex looks at the third one.
Surrender now, and we'll show you mercy.
Why would I give up? I'll just take all the glory.
The remaining Plague Patrol member runs at him with his sword up high in the air. Dex knew the cockiness of the Plague Patrol would be their downfall. Dex dodges the patroller's sword and throws a roundhouse kick to his head. The kick lands so hard on his head that this Plague Patrol member falls to the ground. Dex looks around to make sure he got everyone. That is when Cyclopter takes a step out.
Bet you're feeling so great taking on the Plague Patrol. It's only luck.
Dex turns around and sees Cyclopter standing on top of a nearby building. Cyclopter holds both of his hands out, and Dex spots the odd blaster pistol in Cyclopter's left hand.
Then why not test your luck and fight me?
I don't need luck, especially when I have a gun, punk.
Cyclopter points the gun at Dex and fires off several laser beams. Dex moves quickly and manages to dodge most of the laser bolts, but takes a couple of hits to his leg. Cyclopter would smile if he could. He chuckles before he quickly runs off. Dex gets up, still transformed. He holds onto his leg as he looks around and sees the shooter gone. Dex takes a couple of minutes to make sure it is safe before he starts to walk away. Several members of the Edenoi military then arrive to tie up the Plague Patrol members and put out the fires. Denias arrives with them and quickly hurries over to Dex. He helps Dex sit up. Dex transforms back to normal and looks around to see the damage dealt to the village. Most of the market had been destroyed, but he knew his people would rebuild. They would not go down. Later that day, Chad and Albie return home. Albie is surprised by his new, improved room, and Chad decides it's time to share his day and keep his date with his boyfriend Adam Park. Chad mounts his bike and starts it up. As he drives down the street and around the corner out of sight, he teleports himself to Angel Grove, California. He lands in an abandoned lot and rides the rest of the way to meet Adam at the Angel Grove University Student Union Lounge and Bar.
Hey, excuse me, sir. Have you seen this guy? I'm supposed to be meeting him here.
Chad shows a cell phone picture of Adam to a large man in a Hawaiian shirt.
Yo, that's Adam. Yeah, he's over at the table near the gym mats. And cripes, you're a big fella, aren't you? The name's Ernie. Thanks, Ernie. My name's Chad. Adam's told me all about this place. Glad I finally get to meet the owner.
Chad makes his way over to where Adam is sitting. The table he's at meets the edge of the gym's matted floor, where he can see Jason practicing martial arts.
Hey there, handsome stranger. Is this seat taken?
A smile spreads across Adam's face. For a brief moment, the sight of his, dare he say, boyfriend allows Adam to forget he is now in a wheelchair.
Hey, you. By all means, good sir, have a seat. The others just left, except for Jason. He says he has something to practice up for tonight. So, how'd your interview go this morning?
Yeah, they said they have enough personal trainers, so they would not be hiring me.
Well, don't you still have, a lot of money left from the settlement with the government?
Well, yeah, I could live quite comfortably for a good while, but I'd rather save that. Plus, what am I going to do with my time when I'm not with you? Or, saving the world?
Well, why don't you teach MMA or boxing? Jason and Tommy are actually planning to teach karate classes here in the fall. I bet if you talk to Ernie, he can work something out for you.
Don't I need to be going to school here first? Besides, I'm not really sure Rocky likes me very much.
He will get over it, trust me. I think he's just getting used to the idea of me having a boyfriend.
Chad's face lights up at hearing Adam refer to him as his boyfriend. That's when a thought hits him like a brick.
Oh, hey, get this. You remember when I texted you this morning about my parents telling us last second that they were adopted again?
Chad recounts his day of meeting his new brother, finding a new favorite motorcycle shop, and making a new friend. Dragon is with Bosgan in the throne room. The two go over the recent news of the invasion. When Dragon sees Cyclopter walk in, he gives Bosgan a hand signal to stop.
Report. Cyclopter.
Everything went according to plan. The prince showed up the second the Plague Patrol attacked. He defeated them, and then I shot him. He won't ever know.
Good. Bosgan, is it activated?
Yes, my lord.
Excellent. When Prince Dex transforms, we will know, and we will study how this technology works.
Both Bosgan and Cyclopter see Dragon smile wickedly.
And then we will be able to make our own rider.